Welcome to this delicious japchae beef dish recipe with step-by-step guide. If you've never tried japchae before, you're in for such a treat. Japchae, which literally means mixed vegetables, is a classic Korean dish that's traditionally served at celebrations and holidays. What makes it so special? It's those beautiful glass noodles, made from sweet potato starch, that have this incredible chewy texture. Combined with perfectly seasoned vegetables, tender beef, and that gorgeous sesame oil gloss, it's a dish that hits all the right notes. Alright, let's talk about what we need. I've organized everything into 4 categories to make this super easy. For the noodles, we need 8 ounces of sweet potato glass noodles. These are also called dangmyeon or Korean vermicelli. You'll find these in any Asian grocery store, usually in the dried noodle section. We'll also need 2 tablespoons of sesame oil and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce to toss with the noodles after cooking. For the vegetables, and this is where japchae really shines with all those beautiful colors, we need 10 ounces of fresh spinach, 1 large carrot that will julienne, 8 ounces of shiitake mushrooms, 1 medium onion, 1 red bell pepper, and 3 green onions. Don't worry if you want to swap any vegetables, japchae is very forgiving. For the protein, we're using 8 ounces of beef. I love using sirloin or ribeye, sliced really thin. You'll also need 2 teaspoons of soy sauce and 1 teaspoon of sesame oil just for marinating the beef. For the sauce that brings everything together, we need 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. And finally, for aromatics, we need 3 to 4 cloves of garlic that we'll mince finely, 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame seeds, and some vegetable oil for cooking. Having everything ready before you start cooking is key. This is what we call mise en place in the cooking world. Alright everyone, now we're moving into the preparation phase, and this is where we're going to set ourselves up for success. We've got about 20 minutes of prep time ahead of us, but trust me, this is time well spent. Good preparation means the cooking part will be smooth, stress-free, and absolutely enjoyable. So let's grab our cutting boards, our knives, and let's get started. First up, let's get those beautiful sweet potato glass noodles ready. Now, here's what makes these noodles special: they need to be soaked before cooking. Take your 8 ounces of dangmyeon noodles and place them in a large bowl. Cover them completely with warm water, not hot, not cold, but nice warm water. These noodles need about 30 minutes to soften properly. This soaking step is crucial because it ensures even cooking later. Don't skip this. While the noodles are soaking, we're going to prep everything else, so that 30 minutes will fly by. Once they're soft and pliable, drain them really well. Now here's a little trick: take your kitchen scissors and cut the noodles into more manageable lengths, about 6 to 8 inches. This isn't traditional, but it makes eating japchae so much easier. Trust me on this one. Set them aside in a large bowl, and we'll come back to them when it's time to cook. Now for the fun part, all those gorgeous colorful vegetables. This is what makes japchae so visually stunning, so let's take our time and do this right. Start with your carrot. We're going to julienne it into thin strips, almost like matchsticks. I know julienning can seem intimidating, but take your time. Cut the carrot into 2-inch sections first, then slice them into thin planks, and finally into thin strips. Try to keep them all about the same size. This isn't just about looks, it's about even cooking. Next, let's tackle the shiitake mushrooms. Remove those woody stems, we don't want those in our dish. Then slice the caps nice and thin, about a 1/4 inch thick. These mushrooms are going to add such amazing umami flavor to our japchae. Now grab your bell pepper. Cut it in half, remove the seeds and white membrane, and slice it into thin strips, similar in size to your carrots. That bright red color is going to make this dish pop. Your onion, slice it thinly. You want nice, thin half-moon shapes. These will become sweet and tender as they cook. And here's the important one, the spinach. Bring a pot of water to a boil, and blanch your spinach for just about 1 minute until it wilts. Immediately drain it and rinse with cold water to stop the cooking. Now, and this is really important, squeeze out as much water as you possibly can. I mean really squeeze it. This prevents your japchae from becoming watery later. Once it's dry, give it a rough chop. Perfect. Finally, chop your green onions into about 1-inch pieces. Keep the white and green parts separate if you like, the whites can go in during cooking, the greens make a beautiful garnish. Keep all your vegetables separated on your cutting board or in small bowls. This is what professional chefs call mise en place, everything in its place. Now let's get that beef ready. Take your 8 ounces of beef, I love using sirloin or ribeye for this, and slice it as thinly as you can. The thinner the slices, the more tender they'll be and the faster they'll cook. If your beef is a little firm, pop it in the freezer for about 10 minutes before slicing, this makes it so much easier to cut thin. Place your beef strips in a bowl and add 2 teaspoons of soy sauce and 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. Mix it really well with your hands, get in there and massage that marinade into the beef. Let this sit for at least 10 to 15 minutes while we finish prepping. This marinating time allows the beef to absorb all those wonderful flavors. Now for the aromatics, peel your garlic cloves and mince them really finely. You want these almost paste-like. This fine mince will distribute that garlicky goodness throughout the entire dish. And don't forget your sesame seeds. If you haven't toasted them yet, now's the time. Heat a dry pan over medium heat, add your sesame seeds, and toast them for about 2 minutes until they're fragrant and lightly golden. Keep stirring them and watch carefully, they can go from perfect to burnt in seconds. Once they're done, transfer them to a small bowl. Alright, we're almost ready to start cooking. But before we turn on that heat, let's make sure we have everything organized and ready to go. This step is crucial because once we start cooking, everything happens fast. First, let's make our sauce. In a small bowl, combine 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Give it a good stir until that sugar dissolves completely. This sauce is what's going to tie everything together, so make sure it's well mixed. Set it aside where you can easily reach it. Now, take a look at your workspace. Do you have all your prepped vegetables within arm's reach? Is your marinated beef ready? Your sauce mixed? Noodles soaked and cut? Good. Here's what you want near your stove, your wok or large pan, a bottle of vegetable oil for cooking, 2 spatulas or wooden spoons for tossing, and all those beautiful prepped ingredients arranged in the order you'll use them. Have a serving platter ready too. When this is done, you'll want to plate it immediately while it's hot and glossy. Keep that extra sesame oil handy for a final drizzle, and have your sesame seeds ready for garnish. Everything ready? Take a deep breath, you've got this. Your prep work is done, and you're about to create something absolutely delicious. Let's move on to the cooking. Alright, everything's prepped, and now comes the fun part, cooking. Keep your heat high and your spatula moving. Ready? Let's do this. Let's cook those noodles. Bring a large pot of water to a rolling boil. Add your soaked noodles and cook them for 6 to 7 minutes. You'll know they're done when they turn translucent and have that beautiful glossy look. Don't overcook them, they should still have a nice chew to them. Drain them immediately and rinse under cold water to stop the cooking. Here's a pro tip, take your kitchen scissors and cut the noodles into shorter lengths, about 6 to 8 inches. This makes them so much easier to toss and eat. Put them in a large bowl and toss with a tablespoon of sesame oil. This prevents them from sticking together. Set them aside. Now, heat up your wok or large pan over high heat, and I mean high heat. This is crucial for that authentic wok flavor we call wok. Add a tablespoon of vegetable oil and let it get smoking hot. Throw in your marinated beef. Spread it out in a single layer and let it sear for about 30 seconds without touching it. This gives you that beautiful caramelization. Then stir fry for about 3 to 4 minutes until the beef is cooked through and slightly caramelized. Remove it to a plate and set aside. Add another tablespoon of oil to the wok. Now we're going to cook the vegetables, but here's the key, we cook them separately by texture. Start with the carrots. Stir fry them for about 2 minutes until they're slightly tender but still have some crunch. You want them to keep their bright orange color. Add your mushrooms to the wok. Cook these for about 2 minutes. They'll release some moisture and develop this amazing umami flavor. Now add your onion and bell pepper. These need about 2 minutes of cooking. Keep everything moving constantly, that's how you get even cooking. Toss in your blanched spinach and cook for just 1 minute. Season everything lightly with a pinch of salt. Now remove all the vegetables to a separate plate. I know it seems like a lot of steps, but cooking vegetables separately keeps them from getting mushy and maintains those beautiful distinct colors. Okay, this is where it all comes together. Put your wok back on high heat. Add the cooked noodles back into the wok. Working quickly, add the beef and all the vegetables back in. Pour that beautiful sauce mixture we made earlier right over everything. Add your minced garlic and chopped green onions. Now here's where you really want to channel your inner chef, use 2 spatulas or tongs and toss everything together for 2 to 3 minutes. You want to make sure that sauce coats every single strand of noodle, every piece of vegetable. The noodles should be glistening and everything should be well mixed. Add those toasted sesame seeds we prepared earlier. Give it one more good toss. Drizzle a little extra sesame oil over the top if you want that extra glossy finish. Toss one final time. And that's it. Look at those colors, that shine, this is what perfect japchae looks like. Thank you for watching. Here is a one-page recipe guide that includes all the essential information, ingredients, preparation steps, and cooking instructions, all in a single, easy-to-follow visual format.